From great values on plants, trees, and shrubs to a beautiful outdoor landscape theme from Linton's. It's all coming up. Mark Linton joins us. Stay with us.
Step into a magical world at Linton's Enchanted Gardens. A world full of color and inspiration. Beautiful ideas to transform your home inside and out. Explore acres of displays to spark ideas for your own home and garden. Plus expert advice to help bring your ideas to life. Right now, save on awesome annuals, only $9.99 per flat. Visit Lintons.com for ideas galore. Linton's Enchanted Gardens, County Road 17 in Elkhart, between the 20 bypass and exit 96 off the toll road.
Welcome to another edition of our program from beautiful Linton's Enchanted Gardens on County Road 17 here in Elkhart. With me, as always, Mark Linton. Mark, it's kind of a breezy day out here, but it's still beautiful and good to be with you today.
Same here, Craig.
You've got a lot of things going on today. We're going to talk about that in a moment. Later in the show, in fact, in the second half of our program today, Mark, we're going to feature an outstanding outdoor landscape design in nearby Middlebury. I know you're pretty excited about that, aren't you?
We are. It's a multi-phase project. We've developed a relationship with the homeowner, and actually it's a pretty unique project, and we're excited to share it with the viewers.
Excellent. That's all coming up right here. Coming up later today here at Linton's is the Spring Fling, and you're going to save on a lot of different items here, and there's going to be some other things going on too, right, Mark?
This is a busy time of the year for us, and it's a great time to come out and see what all's new. We've got over 300 new plant introductions that we've grown at our nursery, and those are always introduced at our UFO. And for the families, bring the kids. We've always got the free petting zoo here. Come for lunch, come for dinner. We've got free hot dogs, popcorn, drinks, cotton candy for kids of all ages. It's just going to be a great weekend.
You have some special items inside that are marked down as well, up to 90% off?
That's right. In our floral and interior decor shop, yellow tag sale all throughout the store, savings up to 90% off. And outside, amazingly great deal on our annual flats of flowers. They're only $9.99 a flat.
You know, you would expect some discounting later in the season, but it's really cool, Mark, I think, that you have the great savings here at the very front of the season, which makes it really exciting for people who really want to get things rolling in their yard.
All throughout our garden center, Craig, we've got special sales on select plants, trees, shrubs, and our guests are going to receive 50 to 75% off.
You can't beat it. For more information, go to Lintons.com. Mark, today we're going to talk about a wonderful display here in front of us.
Yeah, what we've got here is a beautiful assortment of coral bells, and unlike the coral bells that you used to see in Grandma's garden, these are nothing like it. And these are predominantly grown for their beautiful leaves and foliage, and not only that, they do send up spikes of pink and also white colored flowers. Craig, these are hummingbird and butterfly magnets. They're going to start blooming in the springtime, and they continue to bloom throughout the summertime, and they grow in sun, and they also tolerate shade. There isn't anything easier than coral bells.
And like you said before, a great variety of the coral bell. And having a hummingbird or two or three around your yard, that's kind of a neat feature.
It is, especially for kids of all ages. A lot of folks enjoy attracting the hummers. And what I've got here is a new variety for us. This is called Solar Power, and has a bright gold leaf with flecks of kind of a reddish orange in it, and then the spikes of white flowers hovering over the top of the plant.
Up next, Mark.
This one is called Citronelle. It's a brighter gold colored leaf, and a little smaller leaf, and a lot more compact.
I like the vibrant yellow colors, and then a contrasting green here.
This is very unusual. The top side of the leaf is green, but if you look at the bottom side of the leaves, and especially around the edges, they kind of curl up there. This one is called sachet.
Very nice. I like that contrast.
This one is called Solar Eclipse and has a wide variety of colors. You've got some red or maroon in the center of the leaves, and then some gold and lime green. Later on in the season, this will be blooming with flowers as well.
Any problems with rodents or any kind of animals that nibble away occasionally, maybe, huh?
Oh, not much. Maybe rabbits, but actually those are very easily controlled with some rabbit repellent. This one here is called Sunrise Falls, and it's another gold leaf variety. The juvenile leaves or growth has a lot more copper color, and when they turn into the more mature leaves, and you get kind of a speckled type of look on that.
Excellent. You can find out a lot about what we're talking about when you go to lintons.com. And Mark Linton, of course, going through all the latest here.
This one, Craig, is called Electra, and I particularly like the red veining that you see throughout the gold leaves here. And as this matures and we get further on into the summer, it becomes even more pronounced.
Electra is a good name for that one.
And this one is called Electric Lime. It's more of a lime green colored leaf with red veining as well.
Excellent. Who comes up with all these names, huh?
Well, you know what? A long time ago, plants had pretty boring names, and a lot of them pretty hard to pronounce. And now we're just coming up with names that are a lot more fun and catchy.
I like that.
This one here, Craig, is named Stoplight. It's a stoplight coral bell because it actually has 3 different colors in the leaves. You've got red, yellow, and green, just like a stoplight.
Well, Gary Martin will have to pick up a lot of those because he loves stoplights. It's a joke.
This one is called Apple Crisp, and it gets a crisp name because of the crispiness that you see around the edge of the leaves here.
And again, these plants are all potted, and there's a good reason for that. They're going to just be easily assimilated into your landscape.
Actually, 0 transplant shock. You just simply slide them out of the pot that we've grown them in. This one is called Ginger Peach. Beautiful peach-colored leaves at the top, purple, maroon, burgundy colors on the underside of
All right, and I know, Mark, you want to get through all these, so we are moving quickly here. Another great look.
This one is called Southern Comfort. It's a larger variety, larger leaves, and taller plant.
All these plants available today, 8 to 6 at Linton's.
This one is called Georgia Peach.
Excellent.
And this one here is called Sparkling Burgundy. Beautiful burgundy underside of the leaves here.
Our coral bell feature here on Linton's with another look.
This one, Craig, is called Rave On and has a pewter-colored leaf with some very interesting veining in it.
It does have a pewter look. That is very interesting.
This one is called Midnight Rose and has more of a speckled type of leaf.
Alrighty.
And this one is called Shanghai, large leaves, and then with the new growth you see the smaller kind of burgundy-colored leaves which are just starting to emerge.
Excellent, excellent. Good supply on hand, Mark?
Oh my goodness, we have thousands of coral bells that we grow over at our nursery located in Bristol. Excellent. This one is called Berry Marmalade, a real deep burgundy colored leaf.
And another?
This one is called Creole Nights Coral Bells.
All right. Excellent ideas.
Craig, another pewter-colored leaf here with burgundy accents. This is called Spellbound.
I like the texture on that leaf. Very nice.
This one is called Cajun Fire.
Alrighty.
And our last one here, this one is a really deep burgundy-colored leaf called Obsidian.
Excellent. You made it through the entire coral bell display. Nice job, Mark.
Well, what I really like doing is actually creating a coral bell garden. And what really works out well is if you take the different coral bells and you mix them together and you have contrasting colors with the leaves, and it makes a really big impact that way.
I'm so glad you brought that up because that's exactly where I was heading. You can mix these up and create your own personal look, right?
Most definitely, and there really isn't any wrong way of doing it.
All right. Well, listen, again, the sale today, 8 to 6 here at Linton's, and be a part of the spring fling, won't you? Many, many discounts and plenty of things to do for the kids, the petting zoo, and a whole lot more. Well, coming up in the second half of the program, we're going to do some outdoor design, landscape design, and we'll return in just a bit, so stay tuned.
Step into a magical world at Linton's Enchanted Gardens, a world full of color and inspiration, beautiful ideas to transform your home inside and out. Explore acres of displays to spark ideas for your own home and garden, plus expert advice to help bring your ideas to life. Right now, save on awesome annuals, only $9.99 per flat. Visit Lintons.com for ideas galore. Linton's Enchanted Gardens, County Road 17 in Elkhart, between the 20 bypass and exit 96 off the toll road.
Well, we promised you we were going to go outside and take a great look at some great landscape design, and we're at the home of Mike and Dixie Brindle. They're here in Middlebury, and Mark, you have done a wonderful job here. I mean, this is a beautiful piece of property, and it's not done yet, is it?
You're right, Craig. This is something that we're working on in phases. We've got a master plan, and we're doing sections and areas a little bit at a time. And actually, it's a pretty common way of doing this. Probably about 80% of our customers, we break the project down and do it in different phases.
And this is one of the interim stages here, I think, because you really began last year, didn't you?
We did. We had a project last year and completed that actually in December, and the weather was cooperating very well for us. And then came back again this spring and just completed this side of the home, and I'd like to share this with the viewers.
All right, let's get started. What did you begin with here, Mark?
Well, part of this was an existing landscape, and what we wanted to do is blend and marry the new in with the existing. And the myrtle ground cover that you see here, Craig, this was already here, and I've got the lovely blue flowers. And what we did was add these gorgeous gold leaf hostas, and the gold along with the blue flowers, very beautiful color combination. And then directly behind us is this specimen red Japanese lace leaf maple, and wanted to have these beautiful gold leaves here in front just so that color would pop.
So it's not really the idea to pull everything out necessarily. You've kept the ground covering, which does take a little time sometimes, doesn't it, to develop?
Oh, my goodness, yes, there's a lot of value to this. And what we did was go around, basically we evaluated all the plants, trees, and shrubs, kept what we felt still had plenty of life left in it, and then we just simply added to it.
Well, let's take a walk down this way a little bit. Dogwood here.
Yes, Craig, and we've got a beautiful pink flowering dogwood just ending its bloom period here. Things were rather early this year. This is about a 9-foot tall tree. Most dogwoods are white, and that's our native flowering dogwoods, but behind us we've got a white sided home, and if we did white flowers up against white, it would just blend right in. And so the beautiful pink flowers, nice color contrast in front of the white house.
Attention to detail. That's what Linton's is all about. And Mark, we continue the tour here, and I love what you've done. It's just really, it just screams to me the planning, and even we'll take a look a little bit later, but the staging and the way you've kind of spread the plants and bushes out. It really is a great look.
Well, this home is located at a very private end of a cul-de-sac, but then you also have the vehicle traffic coming right towards it along with the headlights. And we wanted to create a nice buffer from the street that you see behind us. And so we've got these hemlocks here. These are not only anchoring the corner of the house, they're the bones of the landscape. And as they grow and mature, they're going to provide a nice buffer from the street. And what we didn't want was a solid hedge or a row of them. We've got this beautiful wooded property here, and be very unnatural looking to have a hedge of hemlocks. And so we've staggered them, and it basically comes together like a puzzle, the way that they overlap and interlock together, and provides a nice visual block from the street.
And how large will these get?
That's the beauty of hemlocks, that you are in complete control as to how large they get. You can let them grow, or you actually can maintain this size and shape for the next 20, 30, 40 years just by yearly pruning. So you are in complete control. And you would not be able to do that with any spruce or pine tree.
Excellent. And of course, the hemlocks are available at Linton's and plenty in stock.
Most definitely. We grow them out at our nursery in Bristol.
All right. As we continue the tour here in Middlebury, and a great, great landscaping job indeed.
Now the homeowners, they like a very woodsy, natural type of look, and so we've incorporated some boulders into the landscape. And actually, Craig, these are some daylilies which are going to be providing some beautiful summer color. And these are daylilies that actually were already existing here. We dug them up, we divided them, we transplanted, and so actually worked with the homeowners' plant material here. A very frugal, economical way to do it. And then behind me, I've got this beautiful brick wall, which actually is a chimney for a fireplace, but it's pretty massive. And what we did was soften it with this gorgeous flowering crabtree here. Just finished up blooming, had pink-colored buds that opened up to white flowers, and with kind of the reddish tones in the brick, that white flower was nice color contrast here. This tree is very unusual. It's something that we've trimmed, we've trained, we've worked with over the years, and this has both a flat front as well as a back, and this type of pruning is called an espalier.
Very interesting look. It is flat. It really is.
And it'll continue to be that way. Very simple to maintain. Just pruning the front of the tree, just annual pruning. Really don't have much growth going towards the back of the tree once you plant it this close to the brick. Really zero concern about the root system being this close next to the house. It's an ornamental tree. And then in the fall, this is going to have beautiful gold-colored leaves. Going to have little red berries, which are not messy. A great way to attract birds and wildlife to the property as well.
Wonderful. And scale is so important to all that you do at Linton's, Mark, and that's a perfect place for that tree.
This is another ornamental tree, a rather large tree that we planted here. You can start seeing the berries that are forming on this. Craig, this is called a serviceberry, also known as a Juneberry, because in the month of June it forms these kind of blackish blue-colored berries. Awesome tree for attracting birds to the property. Again, the berries are not messy. The fruit hangs onto the tree, and if the birds don't eat it, it dries up like a raisin and provides some winter food for them as well. But earlier in the season, this bloomed with beautiful clusters of white flowers. This is a native tree to our area. And then you also get a nice splash of color come fall. The leaves, they'll turn a beautiful red, yellow, and orange, just a nice array of color. And what I particularly like is the clump branch structure that you see down here at the base.
Very cool. So the homeowner is in for a real treat as this season turns from spring to summer.
That's right. And since this tree blooms during the springtime, we wanted to have some summer flowering plants included in here as well. Later on during the summertime, our daylilies are going to be in bloom. And then we've got some black-eyed Susans, which will give us a nice splash of yellow color. And what you see here in front of us, we've got some purple flowering azaleas, which are just starting to open up and give us a nice splash of color as we progress later on through the spring season.
Very nice look. Very nice look, and one that you can recreate on your own. Correct, Mark?
That's right. Real simple to do. This is another shrub that the homeowner actually had, a little dwarf Alberta spruce. We incorporated this into the landscape design. And then over here,
I'll get out of your way a little bit.
over here we've got some beautiful dwarf evergreens. These are some globe-shaped boxwoods. We've got the windows which are lower here, so we really didn't want anything that would get too tall. Again, this provides some fall, some winter, and early spring interest as the other deciduous plants don't have their leaves.
And an interesting choice on the mulch, too. I know you like this, and I do, too. It really blends well.
Again, we're going for the very natural woodsy type of look, and so just a natural dark brown is my personal favorite.
All right. Well, you said there are stages here, Mark, and this is kind of an interim step. What's up next for the homeowner?
You know what? We've broken down the plan kind of like a menu, and so they can pick and choose, and I really don't know what's up for the next part of the phase, and so they've got the freedom to pick and choose, and we'll be ready as soon as they are.
Step into a magical world at Linton's Enchanted Gardens, a world full of color and inspiration, beautiful ideas to transform your home inside and out. Explore acres of displays to spark ideas for your own home and garden, plus expert advice to help bring your ideas to life. Right now, save on awesome annuals, only $9.99 per flat. Visit Lintons.com for ideas galore. Linton's Enchanted Gardens, County Road 17 in Elkhart, between the 20 bypass and exit 96 off the toll road.
Well, Mark, we're back here at the front of the home, Mike and Dixie Brendel, and a great look here at a wonderful job of planning. And really, it all begins with what you've done here, doesn't it?
It does, and first of all, you've got to have a plan. And what we like to do is start out spending time with the homeowner. We like to listen, like to find out what their vision is, and then incorporate those ideas into a drawing. A lot of time, homeowner is looking for suggestions from myself, and I'm always happy to give ideas and suggestions. And we take detailed measurements of the house. We've got a CAD program. We plug those dimensions into the computer and draw it out to scale, and then actually come back to the house in kind of the old-fashioned way, hand sketch and draw up some ideas, and then that's transferred onto our CAD program, and we use different symbols to represent the different plants, trees, and shrubs. And then once we've got a design, then a lot of time is spent hand coloring and rendering the drawing to depict the actual color of what the plant is going to be blooming or changing colors with the seasons.
I would think that's critical, really, isn't it?
It is. Color is really, really important, and the number one request that we get from our customers is that they're wanting color, and they're not wanting color just at one time, they're wanting color all year long.
There's a water feature here, and there's a story behind that water feature, isn't there?
There's an unusual story about the water feature there. Last year at this time, there was a swimming pool in the backyard. There is no longer a swimming pool there, and we've started this project, and this was part of the first phase. We actually removed that swimming pool, and we designed and constructed a pond and a waterfall. And that has been completed, and then the next phase is doing the beautification, the landscaping around that pond and waterfall. We also have created an outdoor living space here. This is an extension off of their covered patio. We've created a brick patio, and the center, the focal point, is a fire pit here. And it's positioned so that you can enjoy the pond and the waterfall from here. And also, if you would go inside of the home, looking out the windows, you can enjoy the sights and sounds of the waterfall as well.
And this looks fairly familiar. That's exactly the path we took.
You're correct, Craig. We started here on the front corner, and we ended up over here. And these are the hemlock trees, which see just right behind us, and they are providing this nice visual block of the end of the cul-de-sac.
Now, you mentioned you do a lot of listening. Now, who was talking the most in terms of the design here? Was it Mike, the husband, or Dixie?
Well, you know what? It was both. Really didn't get a lot of specifics from them. It was more of a concept, and they left an awful lot up to me. And it was very important that Dixie gets her spring bulbs, and she also wants to have fragrance incorporated into the landscape. And those were probably her two her most important requests that she has. And as this gets completed, we're promising her that she will get that.
Step into a magical world at Linton's Enchanted Gardens, a world full of color and inspiration, beautiful ideas to transform your home inside and out. Explore acres of displays to spark ideas for your own home and garden, plus expert advice to help bring your ideas to life. Right now, save on awesome annuals, only $9.99 per flat. Visit Lintons.com for ideas galore. Linton's Enchanted Gardens, County Road 17 in Elkhart, between the 20 bypass and exit 96 off the toll road.
Spring flowering bulbs and fragrance, Dixie. That was important to you, Mark was telling us. Is that correct?
That is correct. Every place that I've lived, I've never had my spring bulbs and my flowering bushes and things of that nature. And so Mark, he gave it to me.
Well, certainly when you moved here, none of that was here. What did this look like prior to when you moved in 7 or 8 years ago?
Well, we had nothing here. It was all grass and a fence. And we had a swimming pool, and it was about 5.5 foot. And we'd come where we moved from. We had a swimming pool there as well, but our boys were a lot littler, and now they've grown. 2 are in college, and 1's in high school, and he has his activities, and so nobody was really using the pool.
Life has a way of changing, doesn't it, sometimes?
Yes, it does.
Well, Dixie, you and your husband Mike have done a wonderful job here. And what you like best about what's happened here with Linton's coming on the scene has to be, at least in part, what we've just seen here in the program, right?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I couldn't have asked for anybody better to work with than Mark and Charlie and, of course, Tim and the rest of the guys. And they were wonderful. They were really wonderful. I didn't have to worry about anything.
Well, that's the trust that you'll find at Linton's. You can find out more when you go to Lintons.com. And, you know, we were talking before we went on, Dixie, that Mark is a nice guy. He's very likable. And so that's reason enough probably to do business with him. But beyond that, you really have to trust in a company to do it right the first time, don't you?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And Mark, he sat down and he listened to everything that we really wanted and needed. And he just met everything that, I mean, and more than what we could have ever imagined.
Very good.
We chose the best.
There you go. Well, very good. That's an unsolicited comment and a compliment, Mark. And you are the great listener, and you've got a presentation here too, don't you?
Well, we'd like to thank both Mike and Dixie for allowing us this opportunity to serve them, and look forward to the ongoing relationship as well, and also to be able to feature this home along with the viewers and show them what all we can do. And in appreciation, we'd like to present this floral arrangement that just so happens to match Dixie's outfit today. So I know we appreciate giving us this opportunity, Dixie.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Dixie. A wonderful piece of landscaping here, and you can get your own ideas as well, again, at Lintons.com. Dixie, thank you. Mark, thank you. For our producer, Gary, this is Craig. Until next time, so long, everybody.